Hey there, Michael Paul here with Remax Unlimited in Ponte Vedra, Nocatee area. We have a special guest today. As you know, I've been doing interviews with some of the local owners, operation managers of various restaurants. The last couple of weeks, we interviewed Trailer Park and the Timides owner. Today, I have the pleasure of having David with VPizza. Hey there, David. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. We've got a great signal. I always wonder, I know you're down in, are you down in your location here in Ponte Vedra Beach?
Correct.
Awesome. Awesome. So, we were all ready for this interview. I think you were just doing takeout, but since we even spoke last week, a lot has changed, with them opening up restaurants. But before we get into that, can you just tell the audience a little bit about VPizza, kind of the backstory and how it all began? Hey, David, we've lost your volume. Hey, David. Oh my goodness, great. Technical difficulties every now and then are a challenge. Let me see if I can't get Dave. There we go, David. Now I got you. We couldn't hear you there. Now I can hear you perfectly. So if you would go ahead and start over and tell us a little bit about, and this is live, so that's the great thing about live. We're gonna have David disconnect, reconnect, and come back in, and we'll bring him in. Here we go. I think we've got him. There you go, David.
Apparently the do not disturb function of my phone did not work because my phone said to answer a phone call, and then I lost the video.
No worries. Well, you know what? We're live. So tell us a little bit about VPizza and kind of how it all began.
The short story is three local guys, two of them live right here in Ponte Vedra, one in St. Johns County, took their mothers to Italy about 6 years ago. While in Naples, they fell in love with the style of pizza in Naples. It's a very specific type of pizza. Pizza Napolitana, obviously. And when they got back here to the States, they realized they could not find pizza like this and decided to bring Naples, Italy to Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, well, and now the owners actually all live relatively close to that location. How many locations do y'all have?
6.
Wow. So give us the lay of the land where they're all at.
The very first one, and actually, if you ever walked through each one of our stores, I would encourage you to go to the first one first, which is in San Marco on Hendricks Avenue. And then second one was Jack's Beach. Third one was in Mandarin on San Jose. Fourth in Gainesville. Fifth in Fleming Island. This is the 6th one. This is the first one that we built from the ground up. So this is literally the brainchild of the entire ownership group. We designed and created exactly what we wanted to see from one of our restaurants. And the most important thing is it definitely progressed from the original first location, which feels like a little warehouse, to now.
I think it's okay. Yeah, I think every time you get a call,
Disturb is not working.
That's okay. So, one thing that you have to do is you have to give us a look at the special bar you have in your restaurant. I'm going to go ahead and bring David back in here momentarily. There he is. Hey, I've got you now, David. I'm going to bring up y'all's website while I've got you. So VPizza, your online ordering system is extremely easy. I've heard the Stromboli is the favorite. What's been the number one favorite seller at your Ponte Vedra location?
The best seller is always going to be the margarita, which is like the signature very first Napolitana pizza ever. It was made for Queen Marguerite, which was actually from France, but it encompasses obviously the red, the white, and the green of the Italian flag. That's always going to be the best seller, and frankly, I think that's where you should start anytime you try a new pizza. You start with their cheese pizza, which is essentially what a margarita is at basil. And if that's any good, you know everything else they do is going to be good.
So non-pizza, I heard the Stromboli is really good.
The V Stromboli, exactly the way we make it. Don't take anything out of it. Don't take the pepper peppers out of it. The V Stromboli is hands down one of the best things on the menu, if not the best. Our argument obviously is that there's nobody that doesn't like the V Stromboli. It's relatively easy to find somebody that doesn't like our style of pizza because it is very different, but nobody doesn't like the V Stromboli.
So now your setup's a little different, and we'll talk about some of the changes you've made dealing with the COVID-19. Because I've obviously eaten there with my family. My son's in marching band. A lot of times we'll end up over there off Canal. And it's a little different setup. And you also have a really cool bar that has a lot of really interesting things on the wall. Why don't you tell us about the setup, how it's different than most restaurants, and a little bit about your bar?
Well, our restaurant is legitimately two restaurants in one. If you walk into the VPizza side, it's a fast casual concept. You order at the counter, you go sit down. It's all self-service. We'll obviously bring the food to you. But then on the other side of the restaurant, which they're both connected, you can walk back and forth between both sides. But the other side of the restaurant is Julep, which is literally our crowning achievement for a bar. It's, again, a bar we designed from scratch using all the stuff we learned from making Sidecar to Flask and Cannon to the Tap Gardens in Mandarin and Fleming Island, of course, Sidecar in Gainesville. Julep is the crowning jewel. We have over 600 bottles of whiskey on the wall. It's a wall that goes from floor to ceiling, literally 30 feet in the air. And there's no cheaters in there. There's no bottles full of sweet tea or anything to make it look like we have more bottles of liquor than we do. Every single bottle you see on that wall is an actual bottle of liquor from different distilleries across the country.
You have a nice big fireplace on that wall too. That's opposite of the bar. I remember that. We really enjoyed it. We were there really over the holidays. Yep. So tell us about some of the changes you've made. I know things are opening up now, but tell us some of the changes you made. And really, were you in a position to serve the community from your online ordering system? So kind of walk us through when basically everything got shut down and what you did.
Well, I mean, reality is we've had online ordering for several years now. It gets easily forgotten because we weren't considered a takeout destination originally. We're not the Domino's, the Pizza Hut, or the McDonald's, we're a destination. People tend to like to come into our locations, so most of our sales happen in-house, not takeout. But we've had online ordering set up for a couple of years, and one good thing that came out of this is I think more of our fans and customers now are aware of the online ordering, which makes it easier to do takeout orders, obviously.
No, absolutely.
When the whole thing went down, like we've already taken a lot of pride in how we protect our customer safety. So as far as like cleanliness and standards to keep our locations safe for our customers, we've always had that. This whole coronavirus situation, literally all it did is exacerbate the steps we already took to keep everything clean and sanitized.
Gotcha. And now this week, right? It's the first week you can actually serve customers in person. As far as they can come in and sit down. Is it 25% capacity? Is that the number?
25% capacity is what the governor gave us. Thank God for this. Obviously, the bar counters are still closed. The bar is open. You can come sit at a table and they'll serve you at a table, but they don't let people belly up to the bar just yet. But yeah, 25% capacity indoors. Obviously, the exterior, the patio space is 100% capacity. The key there is just making sure that you have good social distancing space between the tables, which we have anywhere from 6 to 10 people between each table out here. Obviously, it's Wednesday, so day 3 of this. So we think it's going to help quite a bit with the business side of things, but we'll see what happens this weekend.
So, what were the most positive outcomes from this whole situation? A lot of times I'm in real estate, so I went through the crash of 06, 07. A lot of positives came out of it for me. So I was more prepared this time. And, technology is obviously with your online ordering system, but from you and the owner's perspective, what would you say are the 1 or 2 things that, are the best things that came out of this whole, adaptive changes that you had to adapt to?
I would say, I don't know about changes that we went through. I would say the best thing that came out of this is it solidified what we like to believe. We believe that we're one big family, especially us, me and my employees. We all take care of each other and really care for each other quite a bit. And then we believe that when we take care of our employees, they care about the business, and then the business is more capable of taking care of our customers. I think that's the reasons why we've won awards. That's the reason why people know who we are. That's the reason why people are, have developed almost a sense of endearment with VPizza. And I think this whole situation has solidified that even more so in our minds, and I think it endeared us further into our communities here in Jacksonville.
Well,
Recap of your question, I believe the goodwill that we have in Jacksonville obviously starts with us and our employees. We've really seen our employees run through walls for us at this time, but also our customers. Our customers, I mean, they're the ones that are figuring out how we can get support, and they're just buying anything to try to support us, including just buying gift cards for a later date because they know they're going to come back once we open back up.
well, I can tell you, I've only been to the location you're at now, and we had a great experience. We'll definitely go back. And, I've heard nothing but great reviews. So that's a good thing. And I've heard that the communities are supporting the restaurants. Clearly, it sounds like that's the case with VPizza, because everyone wants to help out as much as they can. What for you on a personal note, obviously, the owners, what was, why VPizza for you? I mean, what was the main reason you considered VPizza? And you're obviously running things. Just want to give folks, kind of a deeper look into, your belief system on what y'all are doing there.
I've known the owners for 12 years, 12 years at this point, worked for two different companies. The reason I came out of the business world, I mean, I used to work in a cubicle downtown and up in a big high rise, and now I run restaurants, is the people that I work for. Again, they treat you like family. Again, it all revolves around how we treat our employees. So if you treat your employees like your family, you treat your employees how you'd want to be treated, there's really no end to how you're going to grow as a company. And there's nothing more important than that for me. I mean, sure, I could be in corporate world, I could go work for a giant corporation, but at the end of the day, you're just a number at that point.
So if I want to have a get together, things are opened up a little bit, and I want to place an order, I'm going to go to VPizza. Well, actually, I need to bring it up right now. And I'm going to go to your website. I'm going to place an order. Generally speaking, what kind of a time frame in advance beyond rush hour? And to that end, what are your hours? Should I want to order it in advance? How much time should I give you all? What should be expected?
Right now, days that are slow. So if you ordered right now, like the website's going to tell you 30 minutes or so, but in reality, we can pump that out in 10, 15 minutes. If you're in house, our goal is to get food to you within 7 minutes of ordering. So now that we're open back inside, our hope is that you order at the front counter, you sit down, food's in front of you within 7 minutes. Then as obviously it gets busier, it changes from there. Obviously peak time, you're talking 30, 45 minutes. And we work really hard to try to keep those projections correct so that, customer expectations are set correct as well. But we can move this thing pretty quickly. One of the things that makes Pizza Napolitana special is wood-fired pizza ovens that can go all the way up to 1,000 degrees. We literally can cook a pizza in 90 seconds. I don't know if you saw the video on our Facebook page, but I was doing a take-home pizza kit from VPizza during the quarantine, and it took 18 minutes to cook in my home oven. We cook those in 90 seconds here in the stores.
Oh my goodness. So, that's awesome. Well, I tell you what, hopefully we got the word out. I definitely will message you next time I come out to eat, and we'll have to belly up to that bar of yours when we can do it safely. And I really appreciate you taking the time. Hopefully y'all pick up, and hopefully everyone does. Like I said, we're seeing it pick up on the real estate side really for about 10 days now. I think once the governor talked about opening things up. So I'm hoping that's what y'all are seeing. What's that?
As soon as somebody starts talking about it, then you start thinking about how do you actually make it happen. So
exactly.
We're heading.
Well, David, I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking the time, and thanks for kind of getting us a look behind the curtain on VPizza. the story. It's a great story, and look forward to eating there many times in the future.
Absolutely. Thank you, Michael.
Hey, have a great day. Okay.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.